Well, it's Valentine's Day, and I thought it would be fun to try something that's inspirational that doesn't involve the commercialism of the holidays. And what was it like back in the older homemaking books when they talked about different holidays? Things were a little bit different, and it was the innocence of the vintage homemaker. As I get up and start my day, I wanted to get the bread going, and then I decided, after reading in my book, to try something I never made before. I did a lot of things for Valentine's Day when my children were little that involved crafts of all sorts, but this is something a little different. And I'm going to share with you here, closer to the end of the video, exactly what I am doing and where I got this inspiration. It's sub-zero degrees outside and I was frozen. But I really wanted to do this, to reflect a little bit on what is the holidays like for someone who doesn't have the adequate amount of money to have a highly secular holiday. If that makes any sense to all of you. I'm trying to weigh my words a little bit better, but what I'm trying to say is somebody who is below income and they don't have the money to spend for trinkets and new things. So here I am going ahead and making something fun. Before I work on any project, there is a whole bunch of regular household chores that I need to do, and I was trying to get that all done first. Now we're going to work on the project. Now maybe this is something you would have made in kindergarten, or maybe it's something that you would have made when you were a child. But isn't it fun to bring back our childhood a little bit? And it was free for me. I'm going to go ahead and make this for all of you. And then I'm going to share with you a little bit my Valentine's Day today. Well, it's Valentine's Day, and while I don't do a lot of extra things for Valentine's Day, I was reading in this really unique book from Beverly Nye. Now, she was a homemaker, and this was back in the 80s, and it's Year-Round Sunshine. If you really want to know how to save money, and you really want to get a lot of amazing ideas, find the books way back in the day, and they will tell you how to do things that doesn't cost any money or very low amounts of money. So she talked about February, and February is a month of love and hope. Two of the most valuable qualities we need today. You know, Valentine's Day gives us a little nudge and reminder many of us need to appreciate the special people in our lives. And she goes on to talk about what their Valentine's Day looks like. And of course, this was many years ago. Every house should have a Valentine tree. These are easy to make. Just go out and find a small sturdy branch with lots of tiny little branches. Then spray paint it white. But for me, I figured I don't have white spray paint and I want to keep mine natural. You can tie a bow around it. You can put all kinds of little sayings with hearts. And she's just really a fascinating author. And I don't think she's living anymore. And she talks about what roses mean. The red rose means I love you, and the white means I'm worthy of you. And while we don't buy or sell, I don't get roses or anything like that. In fact, I don't get Valentine's anything, but that doesn't mean I can't create it at home. And we're gonna have lasagna, and then we're going to have some cupcakes that are Valentine's, and just a small little thing. I think so many times we get wrapped up in the spending of everything, and you know, Easter baskets. Well, then you have to have Easter candy, and then Easter trinkets, and then Easter decor. And, you know, my friend, Prepper Princess, did a video on saying how every month is a month that is for commercialism. She went in through the whole month. She went through January to February to March to April to May, and how there's holidays in each of those months that if somebody wants to spend money on the decor of those months, well, it would be a constant thing. You know, back when this was written, there was no Dollar Tree, and there wasn't places like that. Now, there was a Woolworths, and it probably was a Kmart, but, you know, it wasn't quite as commercialized as it is now. And then she talks about in February what she's going to cook: cabbage patch soup and chicken chowder. I just made some chili. She has the Chinese chili here. But I just really like this book. In fact, I like all three of her books, and I have all of them. And then she goes into recipes, and then she talks about the grocery bag. And this is really interesting to me because she says what you can buy in each month, and I think it still holds true. February is a good month to stretch your budget dollars. And here she talks about the different things that are on sale in February, which I find fascinating. Let me know if this is true. Rutabagas, turnips, parsnips, and avocados are on sale in February. Now, I don't really eat those items much, so I don't know much about that. She says that seasonings can go on sale at this time of the month. And then she talks about different seasonings and allspice. She talks about that flour can go on sale at this time of the month. And then she just has the everyday things that I would have learned in home ec class. Now, I know there probably isn't home ec class much in the schools anymore, but make sure you develop a habit of turning your pan handles in or to the side when cooking at the range so you don't have spills or accidents. Instant potato flakes are quick last-minute thickener for soups and stews. Just make sure you add a little at a time. You know, these are things that we would have learned in school. Small custard cups filled with water and a few fresh sprigs of herbs make nice little finger bowls when serving with fried chicken or ribs. Finger bowls, you know, people wouldn't know what that is. And back in the day, they used to have little containers where the salt was, and you would use that, each person put on their plate. It's just amazing. And then she goes on to all kinds of different ideas. Add brightly colored marbles in your bird bath to attract the birds. For a great egg salad, add celery seed, dried onion, and dill weed, which, you know, a lot of us know these things. But it was a book written for new homemakers. And it was a book written for women when they just got married. And I think they should be probably getting this book now more than ever. So for the first time, I made one of the Valentine trees, and I was just so happy with it. Some old construction paper. When I say old, I got it at the thrift store. I think it was probably from 1950s. The paper was so brittle, but I had it, and went out and got the twigs, and I can't wait maybe one day out of the month to just work on this book more and see what she has in store for March. And see what she has in store for, you know, all the different months. I think it's fun. I'm really fascinated with the older books, and as you know, I really am not happy with new books. I think new books really do not have a lot of the inspiration that the older books do, and I could talk all day about books. I just want to let you know that I did open up an online bookstore. Our son is the one that is in charge of it. It is Homestead Tessie's Attic, where I have all of my books that I have donated to our son, and he is selling them. Some of them are worth some money, most of them aren't, and he sells them extremely cheap. If you're interested in that, it's always under in every video of mine, and also every single week is new books. He's got over 180 books that he is slowly putting out to all of you, and it is my collection. But I hate to tell you, you'll never see these kind of books. So you'll never see me giving away Beverly Nye, but I did give some heirloom treasured books. I did give some of them away because they no longer suit my purpose anymore. But you can take a look at them and see if it's something you're interested in. Or maybe you just want to browse and see what it is, and maybe you can find them at the library. I've been utilizing the library more as the weeks go. If there's a book that I'm not sure about, I will go to the library and check it out. And then what I'll do is, if I really like it, I'll put it with my little, I call it wish list that I have, and then I get it used. I don't buy books new generally. But I think I pretty much totally have looked through all of these 1980s and 90s books. I'm not saying I know everything, I don't, but as far as the books, I would be really surprised if there's some books that I haven't heard of, because I spend hours researching new books to fill my life with hope and to give my life just that non-commercialism appeal. And it's a lot of fun.